Hello, and welcome to quantpie. If you have already watched our previous video, the one on black Scholes tool, then you might want to fast forward the inputs part, as this tool takes the exact same inputs. We use the same problem, from the black Scholes Mertin chapter of the House book, which is shown here for convenience. So let's input what the old man has given us, one input at a time, moving between the inputs with the tab key. Notice we removed the percentage format, and entered 30% as 0.3. Same goes for the discount rate and the yield. We will need to divide 3 months by 12 to get the yearly equivalent, because that is what the tool expects. Before hitting the button, let's double-check all the inputs. We don't want to see a blank page. After all that typing, all seems good, so let's get going. Here we land. The first part is the same output we saw before, but now we have added visuals to the output. The first new section shows how the price changes with each of the inputs. We see that the option price decreases as the stock price increases, because this is a put option, which pays when the stock price is lower than the strike, so it makes sense that the price goes up as the underlying price goes down. The strike graph is a mirror image of the stock chart. The remaining graphs in this section can be interpreted in a similar way. Let's look at how the price changes with volatility. As you can see, the price increases with volatility, but there comes a point when the price does not change much. Mind the scale. It goes from almost 0 to 1,500%, but it is good to see how the price behaves in the extreme. The next section then gives price and Greeks as functions of stock price, for different levels of volatility. We plotted these as functions of stock price, because that is the main underlying. You can see that the profile shifts visibly as one changes volatility, up and down. And in the final section, we reproduce the same visuals but for different maturities. Please study these graphs, check whether the shapes make sense, relate them to the formulae. These are extremely important for understanding trading, hedging, and risk management. These also feature prominently in quantitative job interviews. Now, you think you are ready? Here are some typical quant interview questions. If you know all the answers, that's good, and if you don't, then that is just as fine. Just think of these questions when you are looking at the output and the visuals. Don't forget, these visuals do enjoy a spot of attention. We wish you a happy interaction with quantpie.